Satish Kukre has a long day ahead of him. As he gets ready to take his flock of sheep out to graze in the seemingly infinite grasslands of Saswat every morning, there is a looming doubt in his mind about the future of his livelihood and his community.
दोन तीन वर्षात ना ह्या व्यवसायात जरा परवडानाच आम्हाला सारखी म्हणजे मरत येतच जरी पिलं झाली तरी ती मरत येत त्याच्यामुळं लुस्कानीला आम्ही कटाळलो
29-year-old Satish is a traditional pastoralist belonging to the Dangar community of Saswat, a region 20 minutes away from the biggest IT hub in Western India, Pune. For centuries, his ancestors, like him, have roamed the 6,000 square kilometer corridor of dry, deciduous grasslands with their sheep, and are an integral part of a niche ecosystem with over 250 species of birds and 30 species of animals. From the elusive Indian grey wolf to the four-horned antelope and the striped hyena. Over the last few decades, however, development projects expanding their limits has meant that the Dhangar's sheep, their biggest asset, are no longer able to thrive.
जर कमी खाल्ल्यात लोकरीला वाढ कमीच पडते लोकर कमी निघणार आणि म्हणजे त्यांच्या वाढीतच कमी पडते म्हणजे जनावरांची जी तब्येत पण कमी पडणार लोकर कमी पडणार हाय अशी तडपातळी निश्चित राहणार आणि दुधाला तर ते म्हणजे फरकच पडतो दूधच निघत नाही
Dakhni sheep, the species of sheep that the Dhangar rear, is indigenous to the region and hardy. They can survive droughts and don't require too much water. They're one of the largest contributors to meat production in India, which is why it has always made economic sense to rear them.
पाऊस काळात मग त्यांना पिल्लं लय होत्यात बरं जे 4,000ला जाईल ते ह्या टायमात पाऊस काळात 2-3 हजार रुपयाला जाते आणि आता सध्या मेंढ्यांना दूधच नाही निघत एक 10-20 वर्ष झाले मेंढ्यांचं दूध म्हणजे फार कमीच पडले आता आजार वाढलं दूध कमी पडले फार पिल्लं होत्यात तर आता त्यांच्या माग त्यांचा फायदा होतोय तितकं त्यांना खर्च लय होतोय 5-6 महिने झाले की लगेचच त्यांना औषध
So what exactly changed in the last 10 to 20 years, as Satish claims? Grasslands don't look anything like forests. In India, as a result, large areas of scrub and grazing lands like these end up being categorized as wasteland. Grasslands make up 15% of Maharashtra's land area, but only a fraction are actually protected by law.
Grasslands are existing.
Vivek Khandekar from the Forest Department, and someone who's always shared a keen interest in grasslands, tells us how most of these lands in western Maharashtra are either under private ownership or categorized as community land, and sometimes allotted for industrial development.
The land which is basically set aside for pasturing, for feeding the cattle of village is called Gairan, which literally translates to the pasturing land. Now that pasturing land is given for management to the local community, but the ownership resides with the revenue department of Maharashtra. So that way the government owns it, management resides with local community, and therefore it is a community, and because it is meant for pasturing cattle, so legal protection as such for preservation and that thing is not there. It is an utility or use oriented classification of land.
A small part of these lands is also owned by the Dhangars themselves, for which the government claims compensation is provided. This quagmire involving multiple stakeholders makes legal protection a complicated affair. Lack of protection has also come to mean mindless afforestation and unsustainable irrigation practices, simultaneously eroding the natural patterns of these regions.
All these habitats don't need afforestation, they just need protection. and without understanding that, lot of plantations were done. Trees such as Nilgiri, Gliricidia don't have any role to play in this ecosystem. Birds, animals don't eat it, they don't nest on it, and they suck out a lot of water from land, essentially act as pumps.
Mihir Godbole runs Grassland Trust, an organization that helps empower pastoralists like Satish. He tells us that one of the biggest threats to the Dhangars today is the presence of new animal species like leopards and wild boars that are being lured into these lands because of cash crops like sugarcane. In a landscape where the people have otherwise thrived in perfect coexistence with its wildlife, the balance has already been disrupted.
Dealing with animal like wolf is much easier than dealing with animal like leopard. So even their dogs are not trained to counter attack the leopards. So they lose lot of livestock, plus they camp on the open. So there's always threat of leopard coming close to the camp, and they live under that fear for a lot of time now. All these grasslands are as important as any other habitats that we have. Forests, swamps, mountain forests, even deserts, everything has their role to play in the ecosystem. So you take out one aspect of it and the whole chain crumbles after that.
The chain has indeed started to crumble. More and more privatization of the grasslands has meant sectioning it into several small plots, and this has led to the fencing of these plots.
ज्या ठिकाणी आम्हीची जी गाव होती, आम्ही पहिलं कात्रज, कोंढवा, येवलेवाडीला राहायचो. ती रानं समधी बंगल्यातच गेली. आता बंगल्यात गेल्यामुळं आम्ही 10-20 वर्ष झाले आम्ही असं गावागावानी, ह्या गावाला 1 वर्ष, त्या गावाला 1 वर्ष असं हिंडतोय ना. काय शेतकऱ्यांच्या संग म्हणजे आमचं चांगलं संबंध आहे. म्हणजे कायम त्यांच्या शेतात आम्ही बसलेलो, म्हणजे शेतात बसल्यामुळं त्यांना पण फायदा, आम्हाला फायदा. आमचं 2 दिवस निघून जातात. त्यांची शेती, आमची मेंढ्या बसल्यामुळं त्यांना पण ते खत मिळत राहतं. काय असे असतात की आपल्याला कुठं हिथं चाराय सांगणार, दुसऱ्याचं चाराय सांगणार आणि म्हणणार माझे, जाणार निघून दुसरा येणार आपलं बकरं धरून येणार. म्हणजे असं पण आम्हाला पैसे पण भरावं लागत यातले.
The Grasslands Trust team are helping Dhangars like Satish navigate this obstacle course, like how to approach the local government with a concern or how to ask for compensation for a livestock kill, a very real threat they face today.
Grasslands Trust helps Dhangar and local farmers to get quick compensation for livestock kills. Many times they are not aware of the procedure. That's why they don't get the compensation. So in our awareness sessions, we make them aware of the procedure, how procedure is to be followed easily, and we give them point of contact with the forest department, so compensation can reach them very early.
As an add-on, the team also carries out wildlife tracking, which provides evidence of a leopard or a wolf attack, signaling to the Dhangars to equip themselves appropriately. While the Trust is also working with scientific researchers to demonstrate how Saswad's grasslands can be restored, they point out that the government needs to pay attention.
If they're made aware of the sustainable models of coexistence with wild animals, all this land can be brought under community conservation reserve, and it will work to the benefit of the residents and the wild animals.
Satish, however, is not so hopeful.
धनगर समाजातली बहुतेक म्हणजे निम्म्यानी राहिलेली आहेत आणि निम्म्यानी गेलेलीच आहेत. ज्यांच्या शेतीला कुठं वा पाणी आहे ती आपली शेतीच्याच व्यवसायाला लागली, आणि ज्यांना शेती नाही ती मग आपली कामाच्या व्यवसायाने लागली. असं प्लॉट पडल्यात, त्याच्यात वळावली जनावरं, तिकडं खायला सोडली तर तिथं कोण खाऊन नाही देत, हाणत्यात. मग पोरं ते आता सण करीनात. पोरं म्हणतात नको असा हाण मार कवर करायची, मग त्याच्यामुळं जरा आपलं कामाला गेलेलं ते सुखासुखी खाईन. जी फक्त आता अडाणी जास्त आहेत ह्यांनीच फक्त आपलं म्हणजे काय काम करायचं, मग आपलं बकऱ्यांमागं मेंढ्यां शेळ्यांमागं हिंडत राहतात. आणि जी थोडी थोडी शिकल्यात ह्यांनी तर हा विषय सोडून दिला या. म्हणजे थोड्या थोड्या दिवसात आहे ना, अजून काही दिवसात की हा मेंढ्यांचा व्यवसायच कमी पडून जाईल.
As he returns home after a hard day's work, Satish tries to focus on the present. As of today, he remains certain of only one thing, that he will be up at the crack of dawn to tend to his sheep and take them out to graze as far as he possibly can.